This is a special edition of Navy Sea Stories. Disclaimer, there's nothing funny about this. I'm not in the mood to be funny. But I would like to tell you these two stories. One of them is about boundaries and the other one is about consequences. And it's dealing with racism. At my first command, I'm stationed with a racist. He's admittedly a racist. He said that his family was filled with skinheads, and he looked the part. Believe it or not, in the early 90s, this guy had never really interacted with black people at all. He was from some remote part of Arizona. I can't remember exactly where it was, but the only interaction that he had with black people was when they would go into town and maybe there was a black cashier or something like that. And he grew up thinking black people were less than thugs and welfare queens and all of that. Admittedly. So when he joined the Navy, interacting with black people was all new to him. And initially, he would say little stuff here or there, but he would be corrected. The boundaries were set. And as time went on, he loosened up, and now we're all shipmates. Now we're all sailors, and we laugh and we joke, coke and joke together, and there's no problem. He's still the same racist. Still the same Confederate flag waving, had the knot of snuff right there below his lip, the whole deal. Knew he was racist. He said he was racist. He never denounced it. But we black people in the division never had an issue with him because the boundaries were set. Honestly, he turned out to be a really good shipmate, helped me out of a couple significant jams, if I can be honest, but he respected the boundaries, so we got along fine. Next story about consequences. I'm at a completely different command. There's a racist guy in the command. Everybody knows he's a racist guy in the command, redneck guy, but he's funny. He's the life of the party, always holds court. But he always walks that line with kind of being racist, and it's funny to him. And all the brothers knew it, and people would say shit. I'm gonna knock his fucking ass off if he say that again. And that would be the thing going around it, but he knew how far to take it. So we're leaving Chow, and we're about to get onto the truck to ride back to Alpha Company. I'm in the CBs at this point. As we're getting on the truck, I can't remember what he said, but he told some little racist ass joke. And I said, all right now. And he said, oh, sorry, Hunter, my bad. I'm sorry, Hunter. Now, I did not get mad at that point, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's something that all you black people will be able to relate to. We don't wanna be responsible to fuck up the energy. We're all having a good time. I'm just one of the guys. Yeah, he said some fuck shit. I'm not gonna respond to it because now it's gonna fuck the energy up. Black people in this country, if you at a job, you've probably been put in that situation before. So I don't say nothing. Halfway back, he says some more borderline shit. Well, now I'm pissed because, see, I'm the only black person on the back of the truck. It's all little white boy. He looks at me, and I look at him. And he says the same shit again. Oh, it's like, damn, I'm sorry, Hunter. Man, my bad. As if he's trying so hard to not be racist, and he just can't get it. So no one noticed. I'm no longer laughing. I'm just sitting there, stewing in my own juices. And I don't remember what he said then, but I know what he said next. He said they were talking about music. He was describing a scene, and the music being played was hip hop. He called it hippity hoppity jungle bunny music. You ever blank out? I blanked out. At one moment, I'm sitting here. Next moment, I'm on the other side of the truck. I said, bah! I slapped the shit out of him so fucking hard to where I hurt my hand. He went one way, his cover went the other way. Now, the thing that I wanted to avoid has happened. Now the energy's all fucked up. Everybody's looking at me like, goddamn, Hunter. Like I'm the bad guy. When I've been warning him the third time, within fucking 15 minutes, he fucking did that shit. And he's getting all up and getting his cover and rubbing his face like, what the fuck, Hunter? And I calmly sat back down. I said, I told you to stop playing with me. So for the rest of the ride, I'm about to get in trouble. That's assault. I go straight to my supervisor, who's also a redneck. So I'm just thinking I'm about to get railroaded because as black people, we automatically expect them to be against us. And it's always a pleasant surprise when they're not. And strangely enough, this was the day that I gained so much respect for my supervisor because he did not side with this guy. He called that guy an asshole, and he said that I would have hit his ass too, and he said, don't worry about it, go back to work. Now, this guy was known for being a jokester, a trickster, and telling racially insensitive jokes. Guess what happened after I tried to slap his fucking head off his fucking shoulders? He never said that shit around me again. Never. The consequences were established. Now that's how 27-year-old Marvin handled that situation. Would 49-year-old Marvin handle that situation the same way? Probably not. When you know better, you do better. However, the 49-year-old Marvin would have said something the first time he did it. Damn your energy. Because you must make racism uncomfortable for people. So my overall point to telling these two stories is, to my black people out there, you have every right to establish boundaries and to administer consequences if those boundaries are ignored. Because what we cannot allow, and what these riots and stuff is pretty much proving the point, thank God, is really, this feels different. You can't do fucked up shit to me and also dictate how I respond. That is the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard in my life. And isn't that convenient for the person who's doing the fucked up shit? Today, I shall be kicking your grandmother in her cooch. Afterwards, I would like you to make out a list of ways you would like to retaliate towards me. I shall review this list and let you know which one I find acceptable. Huh? Say what now? Boundaries and consequences. You have every right to them.